PRAGMATA is no longer a mysterious trailer project. Capcom's new science fiction game is out, it sold 2 million copies in 16 days, and its real combat system is much deeper than simply shooting robots. Here are 25 confirmed gameplay, story, upgrade, and launch details from Capcom's official sources. Number 25, PRAGMATA sold more than 2 million copies worldwide in its first 16 days. Capcom confirmed the milestone on May 7th after the game launched on April 17th. That is a strong result for a completely new property with no sequel history or built-in fanbase. The important takeaway is not just the number. Players responded to a new world, a new duo, and a combat system that did not depend on an existing Capcom brand. Number 24, before the 2 million milestone, PRAGMATA reached 1 million sales in only 2 days. Capcom says the early playable demo helped explain the game before launch, which mattered because hacking and shooting are difficult to sell through a single trailer. The fast opening also showed that years of delays had not erased interest. Instead of arriving as an obscure experiment, PRAGMATA launched with enough momentum to become one of Capcom's fastest-growing new properties. Number 23, PRAGMATA launched on PlayStation 5, Xbox Series X and S, and PC on April 17, 2026. The Nintendo Switch 2 version launched on April 24th in Japan and other parts of Asia. That regional footnote matters because older pre-release material advertised April 24th as the general date. The final launch moved forward for the main versions. So current buyers should use Capcom's released game information rather than the original announcement calendar. Number 22, Capcom says PRAGMATA was developed primarily by a team of younger developers. The company gave that team a rare assignment: establish a new brand instead of extending Resident Evil, Monster Hunter, or another proven series. That explains why the game feels willing to combine several unusual ideas at once. Its identity comes from the moon setting, a human and android partnership, puzzle-like hacking, and third-person shooting rather than one familiar franchise formula. Number 21, PRAGMATA takes place on the moon in the near future. Most of the journey happens inside and around a lunar research station called the Cradle, where the halls are empty and the systems are controlled by artificial intelligence. The setting is not just decoration. Low-gravity movement, sealed facilities, automated manufacturing, and the lack of surviving humans all shape how Hugh and Diana explore. Their immediate goal is simple: survive the station and find a way back to Earth. Number 20, humanity discovered Lunamore and used it to research Lunafilament, a material that can replicate almost anything when the correct data exists. That one idea explains much of PRAGMATA's world. The lunar station can print equipment, reconstruct technology, and create advanced artificial beings. It also turns information into a physical resource. Data is not only something characters read. It is the blueprint that allows the Cradle to manufacture the objects and systems around them. Number 19, the story begins when every signal from the lunar research station disappears without warning. Because the Cradle is dedicated to Lunafilament research, the blackout threatens more than one remote facility. A response team is sent to investigate, and Hugh Williams is part of that mission. This setup gives the game a clear mystery before the shooting starts: what took control of the station, what happened to its staff, and why are its automated systems now hostile. Number 18, soon after the response team arrives, a massive lunar quake tears through the mission. Hugh is separated from the others, badly injured and left unconscious. Diana finds him and decides to help. That is the real beginning of their partnership. Hugh brings combat experience and human judgment, while Diana understands the station's systems. Neither character is equipped to escape alone. So their relationship is built into both the story and the game mechanics from the first crisis. Number 17, Hugh Williams is the human lead and the character responsible for the game's firearms. He was sent to the moon as part of the emergency response team, and his suit provides protection, mobility, and weapon support. Hugh tends to speak bluntly, but Capcom describes him as genuinely kind beneath the sarcasm. In combat, his job is to exploit the openings Diana creates. The player aims, moves, and chooses which weapon is worth spending on each exposed target. Number 16, Diana is not a human child. She's an android called a PRAGMATA, created using Lunafilament. Her appearance makes the station's cold technology feel personal, but her real gameplay value is access. Diana can enter enemy systems, open routes, and manipulate the Cradle in ways Hugh cannot. She is also making choices of her own, beginning with the decision to rescue him. The plot depends on whether that independence is expected behavior or something the station never intended. Number 15, PRAGMATA's central mechanic is the fusion of Diana's hacking and Hugh's shooting. Enemy robots are not designed to be defeated efficiently by bullets alone. Diana enters their systems to open a vulnerability, and Hugh must use that moment to attack. The player is therefore solving a short routing problem while also reading enemy movement and managing aim. It is not a puzzle room followed by a gunfight. Both types of decision happen inside the same combat rhythm. Number 14, enemy bots are protected by reinforced armor. Shooting that shell wastes time and ammunition, especially when several machines are attacking at once. Diana's hack forcibly disengages the defense and exposes the weak point beneath it. This rule gives every encounter a two-stage structure. First create the opening, then capitalize on it. Strong play is not simply accurate aim. It is deciding which enemy should be hacked first and which weapon can finish the exposed target before the opportunity closes. Number 13, a combat hack appears as a grid of connected tiles. The player moves a cursor along one continuous path toward the green goal node. Reaching that node completes the basic hack and drops the target's armor. The pressure comes from doing it while the fight continues around Hugh. A short route is safer and faster, but it may leave useful bonus nodes untouched. The player has to judge how ambitious the route can be before the enemy creates a bigger problem. Number 12, blue nodes are optional bonuses inside the hacking path. Passing through them amplifies the damage effect and extends how long the hack remains active. The game does not require every blue tile, which is important because collecting all of them can turn a fast route into a dangerous delay. Each encounter asks a practical question: is the basic armor break enough? Or is the extra damage and duration worth spending more time in the puzzle while Hugh remains under attack? Number 11, yellow hacking nodes create special effects rather than a simple numerical bonus. Capcom's examples include lowering defenses and hacking multiple targets at once. That changes route planning when a room contains several enemy types. A single target damage route may be best against a heavy bot, while a multi-target effect can stop a group from overwhelming Hugh. The system gives Diana something close to a customizable ability loadout, but the effect still has to be earned through the live hacking path. Number 10, completing the hack is only half of the attack. Once the armor disengages, the robot's weak point becomes exposed and takes significantly increased damage. Hugh still has to land the shots before the enemy recovers or the room forces him to move. This makes accuracy matter without reducing Diana to a passive damage buff. A clean encounter is a sequence. Select the threat, solve the route, expose the weak point, choose the right firearm, and finish the target efficiently. Number 9, Hugh can equip 4 weapon types: a primary weapon, an attack weapon, a tactical weapon, and a defense weapon. Those categories separate reliable damage from specialized tools. Attack weapons focus on high damage, tactical weapons control the fight, and defense weapons can create barriers or decoys. The important limit is durability. Powerful weapons break when their ammunition runs out, so the player cannot treat every rare gun as permanent. Timing those weapons around Diana's hacks becomes part of resource management. Number 8, Hugh's default weapon is weaker than the specialist guns, but it has one major advantage: its ammunition gradually refills. Other powerful weapons disappear when their ammo is exhausted. That makes the default gun the foundation of every loadout and the fallback when a rare tool is gone. Players can spend an attack weapon to end a dangerous phase quickly, then return to the rechargeable option instead of searching every room for conventional ammunition. Number 7, Hugh's suit includes thrusters that let him hover and dash through the multi-layered station. The movement is limited by a gauge, so the player cannot float indefinitely. That creates a useful trade-off. A dash can cross a gap, escape an attack, or reach a new platform, but emptying the gauge at the wrong moment removes that option. The moon setting, therefore, affects how the game feels without turning every room into slow-motion, low-gravity. Number 6, Diana can hack more than enemy bots. She can enter the station's own systems to unlock doors, clear paths, and manipulate security. Capcom says these exploration hacks use puzzles different from combat, so the same idea is not repeated everywhere. Combat hacking is about speed under pressure. Station hacking is about understanding the environment and opening progression routes. This gives Diana a constant role even when no enemy is present. And it makes the Cradle itself feel like an active machine. Number 5, escape hatches are the connection between field exploration and the shelter. Once a hatch is unlocked, Hugh and Diana can use it to return to their base, and they can later travel back to that location from the shelter. That makes each hatch a permanent navigation upgrade rather than a one-time door. Capcom specifically warns players not to miss them. Finding every hatch reduces repeated travel and gives the player a reliable way to bank materials before pushing deeper into the station. Number 4, the shelter is Hugh and Diana's base of operations. They return there through escape hatches and also after falling in combat. The hub is where the player changes the loadout, uses collected materials, and prepares for tougher enemies. It provides a deliberate break between dangerous sections of the Cradle. That structure also makes failure less punishing than starting the whole station over. Progress is converted into upgrades. Then the duo heads back out with a revised plan. Number 3, weapons and hacking nodes found during exploration become available through the shelter's 3D printers. The player still needs materials to unlock and upgrade them, but discovery determines what the printer can make. This connects exploration directly to combat options. A hidden route may reveal a new gun category or a hacking effect that changes the next boss fight. Upgrade decisions can then be matched to the player's style and the enemy types waiting in the next section. Number 2, Cabin is the support bot stationed inside the shelter, and one of its services is Cabin's Stamp Club. Players exchange Cabin coins found during exploration for spaces on a reward board. Completing a bingo pattern earns an extra bonus. Cabin also unlocks new shelter music as the story progresses, while Stamp Club rewards can include outfits for Hugh and Diana. The cheerful machine gives the hub personality, but it also converts exploration into visible, trackable rewards. Number 1, PRAGMATA's June 19th update added Hugh's scribble suit and reduced the difficulty of training simulation number 30, Stand or Die. It also included minor text corrections across every platform. An earlier PlayStation 5 Pro update added support for the latest PSSR image reconstruction. These are not giant expansion features, but they show the released game is still being maintained. The hardest optional challenge received tuning, while players gained a new cosmetic reward after launch. That is PRAGMATA explained through its actual systems and story. Which part deserves the next breakdown? Diana's hacking nodes, Hugh's weapon classes, the Cradle, or Lunafilament? Put your pick in the comments and subscribe to Game IP Explained for clear game facts without the filler.